Hello, moviegoers, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? I'm your host, Denise, and this week I am reviewing a movie that I watched on Disney Plus. The name of the movie is called Young Woman and the Sea. This is a true story, but we know that in some instances when we're watching a movie that's a true story, sometimes directors, take liberties in certain areas just to give you a little bit more detail or kind of exaggerate a particular point in the movie. But still, this movie is about a woman called Trudy Ederle. Her name is Gertrude Ederle, but her nickname is Trudy. She is played by Daisy Ridley, and she portrays a woman who is a competitive swimmer and eventually went to the Olympics, and she did very well in the Olympics, got gold medals, bronze medals in several different swimming competitions. But her story is really about her quest to swim the English Channel, swim across the English Channel. Now, Trudy is the daughter, or was the daughter of German immigrants, and she was born in New York City. So as a young child, she just had a yearning for the water and the sea and swimming. And this takes place all in the 1920s, so 1924. And so as a 12-year-old girl, she and her sister were pretty good swimmers, but the sister actually was the stronger swimmer. So Trudy really had to learn how to become the swimmer that her sister was. Now, her mother in all of this was very, very supportive of her efforts and her desire to become a swimmer. But her dad, who was a butcher in New York, was thinking, no. This is not what young ladies do. This is not what women do. We're not doing this. So right there, you have two parents who are at odds about this young lady's desires and what she wanted to accomplish at a young age. So we fast forward, and Mom finds a women's swimming association that she enrolls both the daughters in, and it's clear again that the older daughter is the stronger swimmer, but it does not prevent Trudy from coming to practice and still working hard. And the coach actually says to Mom, well, if she's going to be here, she's clearly the least skilled. She's going to have to, work her way up to the level that the other girls are doing. So in work, meaning you're going to have to do some little odd jobs around our little swim facility before I let you practice. So as she gets better and better and better, and she becomes a much stronger swimmer, and this is where she learns the American crawl, which is what we call freestyle now. And so, people hear about her and see what she's doing. And then at that point, she decides, you know what, after the Olympics, is over and she has done very well there, she decides, you know what, I think I want to swim the English Channel. And of course, her, especially her father, people like, this is impossible. Only men have done this, and very few at that. And so as a woman, there's no way that you're going to be able to do it. Well, to convince people that, yeah, I think I can, she decides to swim from Battery Park, New York all the way to New Jersey just to prove that I am capable of doing this. So that's over 20 miles in and of itself. So at that point, she gets, some sponsorship, if you will. Newspapers are ready to, we'll support you in this. And so she trains. She goes to Paris to train for the big swim across the English Channel. Her first effort is derailed, okay, under some really, interesting circumstances while, you're swimming in that type of competition. So kind of think when Diana Nyad was doing her swim from Miami to Cuba, you can't touch the swimmer. And so otherwise you're disqualified. So something happened. I won't tell you what happened. Something happened to disqualify her. And, it didn't kill her spirit. Obviously, she was disappointed, but she said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do it again. And so she gets someone to really train her for this feat. And fast forward, she does it again. And it is really, really an exciting movie to watch her train for this and swim under what are sometimes dangerous and scary situations for her. I mean, it was really, really incredible to watch. And for that particular era, the 1920s, not only do you see her, taking that leap, something that women hadn't done, but it was cool to watch how bathing suits kind of changed in, the 1920s. So I really enjoyed watching this movie. It is family friendly. It is a good movie for young girls to watch. You see the support that she received, and you also see the determination and the confidence in her own abilities. Trudy really felt like, I can do this, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to turn back. So that is my review this week, Young Woman, and the Sea on Disney Plus. All right, folks. So I'm going to jump into my Nailed It. And since we are on this whole women's vibe right now, my Nailed It this week is Regina King and her portrayal of Shirley Chisholm. We are in some really exciting political times right now with a woman being the presumptive Democratic nominee for President of the United States. But before VP Kamala Harris took on that role, we had Shirley Chisholm, the first Black Congresswoman and the first African-American woman to run for the President of the United States. Regina King killed it in this movie. This movie was on Netflix. And because I am very familiar with that particular era, I think she nailed not only the look and the mannerisms of Shirley Chisholm, but the determination, the confidence, the courageousness that she had, even though the odds were so against her in this run for the presidency, she would not be deterred. And she just embodied a woman who was confident, and the word can't was not in her vocabulary. And Regina King just did, I think, a fantastic job showing the nation what and who Shirley Chisholm was. So that is my Nailed It for this week. Regina King, the movie Surely. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And remember, we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Denise, and there I will be. All right, moviegoers, you know what to do. Until next week, I need you to see a movie because I'm going to see a movie. Until next week, bye-bye.